Tell us what it's like.
Cineris.
Another weird word. We'd love to know what time period you're from, because you have been speaking to us in a different kind of language. Spiky.
Otium.
It's just spoken that language as I said that.
What did it say?
Otium. No way.
What does it say?
What was I just saying? I was just saying we'd love to know what time period you're from.
Yeah.
And I was saying, back in the day, I bet they all spoke that different language, right?
Yeah.
So that word comes through, otium, lot.
Yeah. What does it mean?
The Romans had a concept called otium, which described a contemplative way of life in the countryside.
Wow.
So from the Roman time.
So is this a Roman that we're talking to?
That's what I'm thinking. I've just noticed a new sign's gone up. In the northern part of the garden is the site of a Norman dwelling which covers the remains of a Roman villa. We literally didn't know anything about this.
We just come down.
Like I said,
this is new.
we've been coming here for years, and this sign's brand new. And there was actually a Roman villa, which, according to this sign, was just here. Was this person from the Roman period, and were they connected to that Roman villa? That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
How's it going, guys? So today we have come to our local St. Mary's graveyard. This is a place we come to a lot. Over 1,000 years of history at this place, and we've never actually ran the DR60. So I wanted to come here tonight. I say tonight, it's about 6 p.m. So we are doing a daylight investigation. I wanted to come here and do some EVPs. I've got a new spirit box to test out. Thought I'd film it for you guys. A lot of you guys were saying after the last daytime investigation that we did at the other graveyard that you wanted to start seeing more on the channel. So yeah, thought we'd come out in the daylight so obviously you guys can see a bit better, a bit more of the graveyard, because I think the last few times I've been here over the space of the last couple of years, I think it's been mostly at night, hasn't it?
That's
I don't
right,
think we've actually done a proper investigation in the daytime. Like, you can even see the church behind us as well, which you can't usually see because it's always pitch black in here.
But also, the advantage of filming in the daylight is you can see exactly how gorgeous I am.
Before we get started onto this video as well, I just want to say thank you to every single one of you that's subscribed to our channel, continues to watch our videos every single week. We have just hit the massive 100,000 subscriber milestone, so we wanted to come on here on this next video and just thank everyone that's actually subscribed. I know over the last sort of week to 2 weeks we've had a massive spike in new subscribers, I think over 1,000. So thank you to all of you guys, and hello to all the new subscribers and to everyone else as well that's been on the channel over the years supporting us. We've been doing this now, how long? 10 years. I think it's the 10-year anniversary of the channel this November. So we started the channel in November 2013. So it's been a long time, a long journey so far. But we've finally just hit the first big milestone on YouTube. So thank you everyone that watches our channel and tunes in every week. Yeah, thanks guys. So usually towards the top of this section where we're walking now is where we get a lot of communication. I've been here quite a few times and had pretty much fluent, intelligent conversations with some of the spirits that have told us previously that they're buried in one of these graves up here. So yeah, we'll see if we get anything.
We've got poltergeist activity.
Bench.
So that's where he keeps his bench while he's tending to this stone. Got a spike already. Hi,
He
John.
often talks to us, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Hi, John.
Hi, John. Nice to see you again. Well, not see you, but nice to speak to you. Yeah, it's like a couple. Are you here with us now? You know what the green light does, don't you, when you touch my hand?
John, if you're here, this device here in my hand can actually pick up your voice. I know you've often come and spoken to us on the other devices we use. So can you come and speak to us on this? Say hello. Do you recognise me and David? Who's with you, John? Say that.
Who's with you, John?
Maybe. Was it?
Who's with you, John?
Maybe. Was it? That was a voice, wasn't it?
Why is it Mary? It is Mary, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's not a man. I think that's her speaking.
Yeah.
She goes, it's Mary.
Oh, so
Right, so
talking to Mary,
we're talking to Mary. Let me play that again.
Who's with you, John?
Yeah, it's Mary.
It's Mary.
Oh.
I'm going to run the app as well, Spirit Talker. If you want to check this out, there's links down below to download this on iOS and Android. What?
What does it say?
Ludibrium. Ludibrium.
Oh, what does that mean?
What does that mean? It's a word derived from Latin, meaning a plaything or a trivial game. They were saying where it's plaything.
What was that? What was that?
Commodus. He's speaking some weird language. Look.
Is that on the right thing?
Look.
Speaking Latin.
It says commodus, now it says can you feel me?
Can you feel me?
Commodus, can you feel me? It means woken, provoked, agitated or disturbed.
No, we didn't mean to do that. We don't normally get accused of doing that.
Right, so come down to a different area, a bit further down than where we were, where the bench is in the tree over here. We had all these weird fly things sticking to us and coming out of the tree. So moved out of there. I'm going to run our app Spirit Talker and possibly do another EVP in a minute. But if there's anybody here, you can use this device here in my hand to talk to us. You can pick words and phrases to communicate. So please come close to this device and use it if you can. Is there anybody here? In this area? In this graveyard? Who would like to talk to me and David? Now's your time to come forward and speak to us.
Tell us what it's like.
Cineris.
Another weird word.
What is it?
Cineris. C-I-N-E-R-I-S. Cineris. What does that mean?
I don't know. We're going to have to get a Latin textbook.
Cineris.
That was me.
Was it?
That was me. So you said that word. I'm just going to quickly look this up.
Yeah.
That might go off again.
Yeah. No.
Ashes, embers, ruin, destruction, the grave / dead, cremation. So I wonder if someone's had like their ashes, it's someone who's been cremated and their ashes spread in here.
Yeah.
It says that word also could mean the grave. So
Yeah.
what if someone who they were close to in life was buried here, and then someone, when they were cremated, scattered their ashes on that grave?
That's what happened to somebody I know. Because I think his wife was Catholic. She was buried
Yeah.
because they're against cremation, and her husband was cremated and they scattered the ashes on her grave.
Yeah.
So that's to explain it. That's sort of what it means, I think.
That could be what they're talking about.
Yeah.
I think it's weird, a bit weird, isn't it, though, that they're using that language. It's either...
I've been going a few
Some of them
times.
have been Latin, some of them have been Old English.
Yeah. So what? Why?
But the thing is, this graveyard goes back over 1,000 years.
Yeah. So,
I'm buried close by.
Yeah.
Are you really?
I'm buried
good.
close by, lot, right after that.
Right. It would be good to communicate with you. So when you get here, we've got a green light here. If you touch my hand when you get here, this will all flash on and let us know that you're here.
There, it just flashed. Flashing.
There you go. Hello? Yeah, that's good. Don't be frightened, just come a bit closer. Make it go a few more lights. I'm not forcing you to do it, but
Do you know back in the day, right? Yeah.
yeah.
So obviously this graveyard's over 1,000 years old. Didn't back in the day that everything was spoken Latin, wasn't it?
Yeah,
There was a lot of Latin
in
England.
the religious section.
What happened to me?
That's
What
what
happened
we'd
to me?
like to know.
Could be confused.
Yeah.
What are the lights?
What are the lights?
Yeah, these lights, if I can explain to you, is you give off an energy which is called EMF. This, when you come close to me, will light up. So if you come close to me, either touch my hand or touch the device, it will light up and it won't harm you in any way. It just tells us that you're here. So I'll just wait here, and if you want to try it out, you can. But don't worry if you're afraid of it.
Go.
Go.
Go. Is that somebody else speaking?
Could well be that.
Yeah.
That one from down there.
We have got
often puts in.
a sort of negative spirit that comes around us. It's going now.
There we go.
That's good. Do you see what happens? Now we know that you're standing near us. Is that correct?
I think I got it. It's like that other graveyard, was it? The other week.
Yeah.
Like, there's obviously, that was an old graveyard. And obviously they believe there's always one entity.
Yeah.
Or an entity of some kind that protects it. And I think there's the same sort of thing here.
The overseer.
Don't tell people.
Don't tell people.
We not tell anybody. Says who's filming.
Yeah.
But
If there's something you want to tell us that you don't want us to share publicly on this device here that I'm holding, then feel free to come in and tell us, and I'll leave that bit out of the video.
yeah,
We're happy to do that.
I promise to do that.
We'd love to know what time period you're from, because you have been speaking to us in a different kind of language. Spiky.
OTM.
It's just spoken that language as I said that.
What did it say?
Otium. Right, it's going to spike up. I'm going 4G a minute.
Okay.
No way.
What does it say?
What was I just saying? I was just saying we'd love to know what time period you're from.
Yeah.
And I was saying back in the day, I bet they all spoke that different language, right?
Yeah.
And we was just saying about what time period and that and speaking that different language.
Yeah.
And that word comes through otium, lot.
Yeah. What does it mean?
The Romans had a concept called otium, which described a contemplative way of life in the countryside.
Wow.
So from the Roman time,
So is this a Roman that we're talking to?
that's what I'm
Can't be, can
thinking.
it? Can't be. Not that old a graveyard, is it?
This graveyard, the only documentation they have of this graveyard was from the Doomsday Book,
Yeah.
and this graveyard and church was here at that time period. So
Right,
they
but-
know that it was older than that.
Yeah.
But also, this land, we know for a fact that this land and area was Roman, because
But is that the original church, or was there a smaller church?
there would have been a smaller church. It would have been Saxon, wouldn't it? Saxon
Yeah.
churches were smaller. But if you think about it, right, so over the fields up here is where the Witches' Woods is. And the
Yeah.
Witches' Woods had a Roman settlement at it. So we know
You
that
could
there
have
were,
marched through it.
yeah, so we know that there were Romans in this area. This, do you know what I mean? So it could well be a Roman, and that's why they're talking in that different language. But that word actually made sense to what we were just
Yeah.
asking, because we were wondering what time period they're from. So is that their way of saying that they're Roman, and obviously,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
and we're in the countryside, and that was their word for, what did I say? Contemplative life in the
Life in
countryside or
the
something, whatever that means.
I control this place.
You said that, didn't you?
I control this place.
Yeah. So you're the one that looks after everybody and makes sure that people like us don't abuse anything.
See, what we need to decipher is if the Roman person that's talking, is this just a general spirit that's trying to communicate that was on this land, and is the one that keeps
Is he-
saying go and I control this place, is that the other one that's
It's
don't
the
like
other
us
one.
talking?
I reckon that one's the other one that we sometimes get bad energy from.
here?
What does it say?
Caverna. What does that mean?
Caverna.
Caverna. Shall I look it up?
I'm going to have to learn Latin. Or whatever.
Let's see what it means. I'm switching to 4G again. Caverna, a vault, chamber, cleft of heaven. What does that mean?
There must be a vault somewhere in this graveyard.
There's bound to be vaults in the church as well, though, isn't there? Because
Yeah.
they often buried people of importance in vaults underneath churches.
Yeah, they often buried people that were executed for bad crimes in unmarked graves and underneath.
See, this is the thing, though. With the amount of years this has been here, you don't know what's gone off or what's... Think how many burials
I know.
would have happened over 1,000 years. What's what?
Hey, cold. Cold shiver.
Cold chill.
Yeah.
It's probably
Probably
walked through you or
me,
something, yeah.
And my neck was shaking as well. It's gone through me, and whatever it is.
This is weird, right? But it's all sort of making it makes sense.
Yeah. I hope you
The
find
words
it,
that are coming through.
I hope you're finding it interesting, but we are, because it's everything's relevant.
We'd love to know if we were talking to someone from the Roman period. Please keep talking to us. Try and tell us some more.
Eloise.
Yeah,
What's that say?
another word. Eluvies. Eluvies. What is this? So think like this, right? This is weird. So how many times over the years have we been using the app? We've never had fluent Eluvies remove. I'm going to look into that word in a minute.
Yeah.
But we've never had fluent communication in a different language.
I know.
And the fact that it all makes sense as well is even more crazy. So I'm just gonna, that might flicker, I'm gonna flick to 4G again. It means washing away, discharge, inundation, flood. Washing away. What did it say after it said? When eluvies remove,
Yeah.
like washing away,
That's
remove.
That's what it means, isn't it?
So it's kind of,
Cleansing.
it's kind of said the word then, told us what it actually means.
Yeah.
Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think to this, because we've had some absolutely crazy communication, and the fact it's speaking a different language that we don't even know, and I'm having to research in the moment, is crazy. We've never had fluent conversation, word after word, coming through in a different language with relevance.
Yeah. We've got something here, or a spirit here that's speaking a different language.
Yeah,
And the only thing I can think of is it's Roman or
yeah.
early Roman language.
So that is Latin again as well.
Yeah.
It says it's Latin. Yeah.
1600s.
That's a bit recent.
1600s. That's recent. Yeah. I just find this really weird. So let me know what you guys think to this. And also, anyone that uses Spirit Talk, I know there's a lot of you guys that use it in investigations. Have any of you had a fluent conversation using the app with a different language coming through one after another, and it actually having relevance to what you're talking about and that? I just find it weird that I was on about what time period are they from, and then I spoke about going way back, and then it came up with a Roman word. It just, yeah, it's just weird.
What we have to do is, when we go, eventually when we go back up to the Witch's Woods, we'll write all these words down,
Yeah.
and we'll say them on say them in front of them, see what reaction we get.
See if we get any other responses in the language.
Or we'll get some questions made up in Latin.
Yeah. See, we were actually getting, when we were at the Witch's Woods the other night, we did get a few words that seemed a different language.
Yeah.
That's really weird, that.
Soon.
Soon? What? Go to the Witch's Woods soon?
Is that what you want us to do?
He's listening to us talking.
I know.
Can you remember in the graveyard, the other graveyard, when it said a word, but it didn't come through the app and then it froze it up? It's just done the same thing, look. The app's froze, it's not scanning, but it's turned on, and it said under the ground.
Yeah.
But it didn't say it, didn't say that the word.
No.
Either their body's under the ground, or there's evidence of the Romans.
We're going to have to do some serious research on this.
Yeah.
Picture.
I ain't got a camera on me, but
You know, when they rebuilt the old Saxon and churches and all that, they from like going back to when the Romans were here and that. What would they have done to the vaults? If they had vaults, removed them, or would they just left them in the ground?
I think they just left them, because in them days superstition was rife, wasn't it? They were scared of everything, weren't they?
We've just noticed a new sign's gone up. So the old hall, which is right near where we are now, in the 1600s, we had the 1600s come through on the app. The old hall dates back to the 1600s. In the northern part of the garden is the site of a Norman dwelling, which covers the remains of a Roman villa. We literally didn't know anything about this.
We just come down.
Like I said,
this is new.
We've been coming here for years, and this sign's brand new. And there was actually a Roman villa, which, according to this sign, was just here, right next to every part of the car, which is literally just a little bit down from where the graveyard is, which is the graveyard is literally next to me here. As you can see, there's the gate. So, was this person from the Roman period, and were they connected to that Roman villa? That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. It's all come together, hasn't it?
It has all come to, that's crazy. I never knew there was a Roman villa where the old hall is. So the old hall's built right on top of where the villa was. Otium. The Romans had a concept called otium, which described a contemplative way of life in the countryside. Caverna. What does that mean? Caverna, a vault, chamber, cleft of heaven.
1600s.
That's a bit recent.
1600s. Cineris. Ashes, embers, ruin, destruction, the grave slash dead, cremation. Comatose. It means woken, provoked, agitated or disturbed.
Picture.
Picture. Right, so back in the car, I'm going to end the video there. I can't believe that walking down, like, that sign just caught the corner of my eye because I've never seen that sign there before. And turns out that the old hall, which is just over the road, is literally built on top of where a Roman villa was. And it's crazy the fact that it's, what, 50 yards from the graveyard?
Yeah.
That person has to be someone from the Roman period that was either living or part of that villa. It's got to be.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, he wanted us to know, didn't he?
That's absolutely crazy. The communication we've had tonight has been absolutely crazy. Let me know what you guys think, because at one point we were getting like fluent communication in a different language, which was possibly
Latin.
yeah, than that Roman.
Latin, yeah, that's true. And I'm just speechless, really. And then we find this sign, which is a new sign to the area. We never even spotted it when we were walking up, because we never look for things like that, do we? We didn't. I mean, when we came down, it hit us in the face, didn't it? Down here.
That's crazy, but it's the fact that it said that it mentioned the 1600s, didn't it, on one of the responses, and we were like 1600s. That
on the app it says.
Makes sense.
I'm from 1600s.
It just said 1600s.
1600s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But obviously we didn't think.
But why is the 1600s on there? 1614 and 1641.
So that's when they built the old hall.
Yeah.
So they built the old hall in the 1600s, 1640 something.
Unbelievable.
And it's all on the site of the old Roman villa.
Yeah. Are we going to end the video there?
Yep.
Yep. May you live long and die oblong. This was a weird one.
Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and yeah, let me know what you thought to this one. We shall see you guys on the next paranormal adventure.